For decades, Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan has falsely claimed that Jewish people played a disproportionately major role in the slave trade in America and the West Indies. This rhetoric has been cited or repeated for so long that some segments of the Black community and of American society in general accept it as true. Eminent scholars such as Henry Louis Gates of Harvard and David Breon Davis of Yale have systematically refuted the false claims of Jewish dominance over the slave trade. In actual fact, scholars say that Jews only made up about 0.01% of major slaveholders in the American South before the Civil War. Yet, Louis Farrakhan and groups like the Radical Hebrew Israelites persist in spreading this lie. But there is a slave trade of millions of Africans happening right now. Not only has Louis Farrakhan not called attention to it, he has repeatedly covered it up or sought to deny it because it conflicts with his religious and political agendas. Indeed, it embarrasses him. The New York Times reported that when he was confronted at a press conference about reports of Arabs and Muslims enslaving blacks in Sudan, he denied it was true and called the reports a Jewish plot. He challenged reporters to prove it.
If slavery exists, why don't you go as a member of the press and you look inside of the Sudan? And if you find it, then you come back and tell the American people what you have found.
Unfortunately for Farrakhan, the Baltimore Sun took him up on his challenge. It sent reporters to Sudan who bought 2 slave boys freedom. It openly called him out for his deception. Today in Sudan, there could be as many as 35,000 still in bondage to Arab masters nearly 20 years after the end of a racist war which killed 2.5 million African Sudanese. Perhaps 500,000 or more Africans continue to serve as slaves to Arab and Berber masters in Mauritania. CNN has video of Libyans holding slave auctions where men were sold for $400 apiece. In Algeria, Africans seeking a passageway to Europe are being caught, enslaved, and tortured. In Nigeria, the Muslim soldiers of Boko Haram enslaved Christians, mostly teenage girls. There's also a genocide of Christians and Igbo in Nigeria, over 43,000 killed in the last 12 years. And in the Arab Gulf states, tens, if not hundreds of thousands of destitute African women are lured by false promises of jobs and trafficked into domestic and sexual slavery. The Institute for Black Solidarity with Israel has partnered with the American Anti-Slavery Group to help start putting pressure on the U.S. Congress and State Department to take a strong international stance against these atrocities. It is long past time for the abolition of slavery in the modern world. To learn how you can help, please visit iabolish.org.